As we enter the home stretch of the regular season, the race for the remaining playoff spot heats up. And that will be the theme of our next game for the 16 and under of the North Division live from Bahay ni Jawo and Valenzuela City. We continue the live coverage of the country's premier youth basketball league, the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. For our games today, once again, first set of 3 was between Quezon City and Antipolo. Second set, the home team Valenzuela going up against San Juan. And of course, 2 games for 21 and under later on 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. So make sure to stay tuned. So good afternoon, everybody. It's still Chop Pangilinan covering the action with well-known sports writer Sir Ray Hoble. So good afternoon, Sir Ray.
Hi, good afternoon sa'yo.
Good afternoon. Both teams actually in the middle of the pack, and sabi ko nga, the regular season almost coming to an end. Both teams fighting for a possible playoff spot.
Yeah, of course, and we know these teams coming off contrasting fates, no, nakaraang mga laro nila, no. Etong Valenzuela eking out a pulsating win sa kanilang kalaban na Marikina, while ito namang San Juan is coming off a loss.
So first, pag-usapan na natin, since na-mention mo naman na, unahin natin yung panalo, fortunately for Valenzuela, the home team, against the Marikina Junior Shoe Masters.
Yeah, it was more of a touch-and-go affair, yung kanilang labanan na yon. And then, of course, they were able to prevail in the end with one big stop in the end game. And that was the reason why they were able to preserve the victory. But on the side of San Juan naman, no, yung laban nila against sa Marikina, both of them were shooting 35%. Pero makikita mo yung relentless rebounding ng Marikina, pati na rin yung effort nila, extraordinary effort in picking up the steals and making stops, ang reason kung bakit they were able to prevail.
So definitely Valenzuela, the breaks of the game, going for them in their last outing. Ito namang San Juan, their defense was not enough to keep their opponents at bay. So, those will be the issues looking to be solved. But right now, let's waste no time further as we shall turn it over to Mr. Gio Cruz, our venue announcer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Basketball action continues here at Bahay ni Jawo here in Valenzuela City. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. We are live on the official FB page and YouTube channel of the Junior MPBL. It's the 16th other division between Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors and your Valenzuela Junior Classics. And now let's meet the starters. First from Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors. The starting guard number 7, Dwayne Nonato. Other guard number 17, Marlo Alacapa. At forward number 9, Denver Season. Other forward number 32, Riley Paras. And at center number 19, Mark San Buenaventura. Head coach, Brit Roma, assisted by Ricky Alcantara. Team manager, the Rain Man, Renren Ritualo. And now let's meet the starters from the home team, Valenzuela Junior Classics. Starting guard number 18, Andre Sambelli. Other guard number 23, Johan Cabarco. At forward number 22, Lawrence Rojas. Other forward number 27, Blessed Ortiz. And at the man in the middle, number 4, Raymond Cabuelo. Head coach of Valenzuela Junior Classics, Raydon Lacamento. Assistant coaches, Rob Lumsen, John Bunda, Nelson Prendo. Team manager, Joseph.
In our Doride Bola ng Pinoy team starters for San Juan, we have Nonato, Alacapa, Season, Paras, and San Buenaventura. For Valenzuela, we have Cabarco, Sabelli, Soriaga, Rojas, and Cabuelio. Once again, in our 16 and under division, still between the Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors and the Valenzuela Classic Juniors. And a quick recap again. Valenzuela, the breaks of the game going their way as they're able to escape with a W against Marikina. Pero unfortunately, ito namang San Juan, losing to Marikina as their defense was an issue on that game. So, kanya-kanyang issues. And of course, hopefully, kanya-kanyang assignments. An early foul going to be called on Lawrence Rojas.
Number 22, Lawrence Ross, that's his first personal foul.
Yung naging hero ng Valenzuela no nakaraang laban, no, si John Patrick Ayman, no. Hindi pa natin nakikita ngayon, no. He isn't starting in today's game, no, but knowing Ayman, this guy provides boundless of energy para dito sa kanyang kupunan.
Well, he definitely loves to enter the paint. Well, I think it's gonna be a part of the coaching staff or the strategy of the coaching staff na hindi siya start. Hopefully to catch the opponents off guard. But as of right now, no team yet with a field goal. But both teams are running, and a steal right here by Valenzuela. Lawrence Rojas, in and out move. Rojas, no good.
Yan ang tawag doon is sa local parlance, ang tawag doon is patay ang butike eh, di ba?
Definitely patay ang butike since walang tinamaan. Only the backboard. Actually, the side pa nga ng backboard.
Yeah.
But again, possibly both teams just getting a feel of the game first. Whoever finds the rhythm first, baka yun yung magwagi. And yun na nga. First bucket of the ball game is a 3.
Only a matter of time, no, for San Juan. With number 17, that's Marlo Alacapa hitting that three-point shot.
Yes, what a way to open the quarter, or the game rather, with a three-pointer.
That's his first personal foul. Number 17, Marlo Alacapa, that's his first personal foul.
So right now,
Ito pinag-uusapan natin kanina, si Ayman, and right on cue. Si Ayman has just checked in.
yes, with less than 2 minutes passing by sa ating first period, they're not wasting any time. They better put their star player agad inside. But this time, a three-pointer able to answer back.
So bagot, no?
So that's Johan Miguel Cabarco. So we're all tied up at 3. Dwayne Nonato has the leather. Oh, the Hesse by Dwayne.
That's the way to turn the corner, no?
What a Hesse move that time from him. As San Juan now gaining a 2-point lead.
Parang no? Parang galaw ni Tayshaun Prince eh. No, alam kung naabutan mo ba si Tayshaun Prince nung
Well,
when he was playing for the Detroit Pistons?
I was 1 year old nung nag-champion siya. 2004 if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, naabutan ko technically. Oh, but that doesn't go in for Johan Cabarco. Still a 2-point lead for San Juan. As they send it outside, Paras for 3. Won't hit rim. And here comes Valenzuela. A chance to take the lead or tie the ball game up. Ayman has it, sends it to the corner, back to him at the wing. Ayman, nowhere to go. They swing it around the arc. Baseline drive.
It looks like mukhang napag-aralan ng San Juan yung si Ayman, no? They were clogging the lane right away where each time that Ayman has the basketball. Kasi alam nila, si Ayman will just power his way to the basket eh. But this guy has been averaging close to double-double, 21 points, and close to 10 rebounds per game.
You're not only is he a 20 points per game scorer, pero also averaging almost 10 boards.
Oo.
So double kill. But as of right now, San Juan nagwawagi has a 4-point lead. And 4 minutes gone by in our first period. Lawrence Rojas attacking his way. And ang laki ng mga dinahanan niya.
Yeah, ang laki rin ng front line talaga na San Juan eh, no?
Yeah. And that's gonna be a problem since the likes of Ayman, Lawrence Rojas, they play inside. So let's see how that'll play out.
And the good thing about dito sa mga big men ng San Juan. Looks like they're sending the ball outside, no? So yung mga big men nila, kayang i-beat yung defenders nila to the dribble.
And hopefully that'll deem useful for the upcoming minutes. But now, first a Nature Spring timeout. It's 7-3, 4-point lead for San Juan.
It's the perfect time para nga dito sa team Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors for the other players to step up on this game, knowing that Rob Celis as well as Coach Brit Remora will be missing today's game. Ganun nga din ang ibang NU boys. Well, when I spoke to Assistant Coach Ricky Alcantara, who will be calling the shots on this game, he told me na buong tiwala ang binigay sa kanya ni Coach Brit. So yung brotherhood na meron silang dalawa, gusto nilang makita yon para sa mga players na ito. So let's see about that as I send it back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Daphne. And again, another layer of problem for San Juan. Walang NU boys, including Coach Brit Roma, of course, head coaching the said NU boys.
Brit Roma, former national youth team member, and once upon a time coach in the Indonesian Basketball League, no? Si Brit Roma. So he's very much a well-traveled coach. And but so far, so good, no? Mukhang well-covered naman, no? Din ang other members of the coaching staff yung kanyang pagkawala.
Well, you do have Coach Renren Ritualo and your bench and Coach Ricky Alcantara. So, hindi naman na siguro kulang.
Hindi na. Sobra.
Sobra pa.
Sobra.
And speaking of sobra, San Juan now has a 5-point lead. And we're entering the 5-minute mark of our first period. Paras drops it. What a pass!
Wow.
Good find. That time coming from Paras.
And a good way to roll, no? Itong player na yan, the big man nila yun. Number 9, that is Denver season.
Yes. That Paras season connection was flawless. Meanwhile, not that time. San Buenaventura basket to end one.
Mark San Buenaventura with an extraordinary second effort.
More importantly, a chance to make this one a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Valenzuela, only one field goal made so far in this ballgame.
And not much touches, no? The past few sequences from John Patrick Ayman.
So again, you know, obviously San Juan doing their homework,
Yeah.
knowing that John Patrick Ayman's strength is to attack the paint. Just like that, it's now a 10-point lead, courtesy of San Buenaventura's 3-point play. Here comes Cabarco at the right wing, now up top against Paras.
Look at what San Juan is doing, no? It was a similar pack line defense na ginagawa nila, no? They're clogging the lanes.
San Juan just making it look easy so far, you know, just getting those freebies on the fast breaks and then, you know, just clogging the lane up for John Patrick Ayman. So wala silang mapuntahan itong Valenzuela. But Ayman having some touches right here. And another swipe away by San Juan, clogging up the lane. This time it's Paras. Sorry, miss on that break.
Sayang yun, no? But then again, San Juan was able to keep ball possession.
So far, San Juan now has a 12-point lead. 17 seconds to shoot for the Mighty Warriors. Receiving it this season. Now he sends it outside. Inside. No good that time. That was Denver season attempting a shot. And here comes Valenzuela setting up a play. Another steal. That was Denver season yet again swiping the basketball. And this time, it's Lucido converting.
Denver season showing good hands, no? So active on the defensive end.
Meanwhile, that's no good.
And that's going to be a pushing foul called against Cabuello.
So now a 14-point lead for San Juan.
Just one field goal shot, you know.
Exactly.
And almost 8 minutes gone by in the first period.
Exactly. Obviously, the issue is efficiency. And if you're San Juan, no, you're looking to replicate what you did in your last game, rather in the 18 and under counterpart of them. So right now, over 2 minutes remaining in the first chapter. Kaluweng receives it. And will that bucket count? Oh no, no bucket counted. So that's gonna be 2 freebies on the side of Lexi Kaluweng. Lexi Kaluweng, a familiar face for every one of us, playing for the Davao Red Cubs in their last season. Actually, maraming players here in San Juan played for Davao last season. So that's another advantage, no? You have familiarity with your teammates, with the coaches, because Coach Ricky also coached that team. And before we continue, of course, a big happy birthday first to Joseph Putong of the Valenzuela Classic Juniors. He is the team manager of the team. So once again, a very, very happy birthday, and thank you very much for supporting our junior MPBL.
That is a shooting foul called against San Juan's number 13, that Miguel Dagumampan. You know, yung mga ganong klaseng foul yung nagagalit yung mga coaches, eh. You don't foul jump shooters. No?
Exactly.
Yun ang sinasabi nila. You just contest it, but you don't have to foul them.
That's a mortal sin. And you know, Sir Ray, di ba may tinatawag na cylinder, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
So even though you don't necessarily hit the player on the shooting arm, pero pag na-invade mo yung cylinder na yun,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, tama naman yun. Kasi yun yung tinatawag na landing spot. Eh. You give them the space, di ba? Kapag tinamaan yun, kahit yung lower part of the body lang tumama, tatawagan ng foul yan ng ref.
So, you know, very technical yung rules,
Yeah.
which players will have to put in mind. But right now, that was a turnover. Ayman, though, unable to catch it because that pass was too strong.
Too strong, too high for John Patrick Ayman.
So it's still 17, but Valenzuela now able to score 2 points. So it's just now a 12-point lead, but still double digits as we're entering the last minute of our first quarter.
But then again, 5 points in the first period is not really encouraging, considering that only a minute to go dito sa ating first period.
So Kaluweng was able to fish, or rather no, that was Lucido fishing for a foul. So that's 2 freebies for Lucido.
You know itong San Juan, no, talaga namang parang patent din nila yung playing good defense, no, as a team, no. And collectively, they were able to hold down Marikina to 35% sa kanilang laban, no. While they only shot 35%, ganun rin naman yung shooting nung kalaban, eh. It just so happened, tinalo lang sila sa ibang departments ng Marikina. 13 steals for Marikina and only 7 for San Juan.
And again, we have to remember, most of these players, mga varsity players, high school varsity players, which, alam mo naman, Sir Ray, yung mga high school coaches, they put premium on defense.
Yeah, of course. At the same time, makikita mo, mas may conscious effort ngayon yung San Juan, no, na sa defensive end talaga, and then running the breaks, and that's the reason why we've seen countless of times maraming fast break opportunities na sila na nakukuha.
And hopefully San Juan can continue that kind of play, but right now they can make it a 15-point lead with just 47 seconds remaining. And they don't. So right now, Valenzuela has a chance to score. Concebido directing the offense. They pass it around. Ayman inside. Ayman, first bucket.
Nabasag yung backline nila doon. It was because they send the ball to the baseline. And yung baseline defender naman, binigay niya yung baseline.
And finally, who knows, this might be the start of something big for John Patrick Ayman, which I'm sure if you're San Juan, you want to stop him immediately. So right now, unable to sink the free throw. And a foul going to be called on JP Ayman. So it's still a 12-point lead, still a double-digit lead.
That's bad news. That second foul on John Patrick Ayman.
Definitely, if you're San Juan, you know, you'd expect less of him on the second quarter. As of right now, free throws for Damian. First one is no good. 29 seconds remaining. Second one on its way for Damian. And that's good. He's 1 out of 2. Last 27 seconds. Kaluwing pressuring his opponent. Concebido attacks. Concebido sends it. And no good on that in-between jumper. But the putback is good. That is Laranjo.
Time for one last shot here. Oh, and a steal.
Valenzuela unable to make a last second shot. Will have another chance.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just at
in-
the brink of time.
Yeah.
It's 20-9. 11-point lead for San Juan. Not that bad, as Valenzuela still has a lot of chance to come back in this one. Once again, it's 20-11. We'll return for the start of the second quarter. And once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Back to the action right here for the start of our second period. Once again, this matchup between Valenzuela Junior Classics and Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors in our 16 and under division.
Could be the wake-up call they need, Chong. No? Yung last second bucket doon ni John Patrick Ayman. And one thing that Ayman needs to avoid is yung to give up early fouls. Nakakadalawa na siya just in the second period alone. First period alone, sorry.
Valenzuela now has possession. No good coming from Lawrence Rojas, as that's out of bounds. Possession going to San Juan. And here comes San Juan. They take their time. However, Lucido fadeaway is good.
John Lucido making that medium range shot.
Donato finding Kaluwing
Yeah.
for 2 points.
And immediately, San Juan responded with 2 quick buckets and a steal at the other end.
Almost a steal once again, but Valenzuela keeping it alive. Rojas now Concebido. Now it's Ayman at the right side of the arc. Ayman, nowhere to go. Sends it to Rojas, fade away. No good for him. San Buenaventura to Dwayne Donato. And here comes Dwayne. fishing himself a foul, so that'll be 2 freebies for Dwayne Donato.
Number 25, Gino Semino, that's his second. Christy foul. Substitution.
So Dwayne Donato at the free throw line, averaging close to 10 points per game, 3 boards and 3 assists in 23 minutes of action. So far has 2 points and 3 dimes already in this game. First one is no good for Dwayne, but second one on its way. And he goes 1 out of 2. And it's a 14-point lead for San Juan, as we are seeing Coach Ricky Alcantara.
And the press continues, that 1-2-1-1 press being employed by San Juan. It's giving troubles to Valenzuela.
Ayman sizing up his defender. JP Ayman, a couple of moves, sends it outside. A 3-point attempt, but that won't go in. And that was Balagbis. And Lexi Calueng getting fouled, so that's 2 freebies once again. This time it's Lexi Calueng.
Then San Juan is trying to beat Valenzuela in a foot race. Makikita natin dito several times. San Juan was having success.
2 free throws for Lexi Calloway.
First free throw on its way for Lexi Calueng. Second one on its way. Lexi Calueng. 2 out of 2. Or rather 1 out of 2. That's a 15-point lead. By the way, Sir Ray, Lexi Calueng's dad, Alex Calueng, Coach Alex Calueng, also coached here in the junior MPBL last season.
Okay.
And in the MPBL.
All right. You mentioned a while ago Robbie Celis. He's not playing, diba?
Yes, he's not playing right now. He's also the son of...
Robbie Celis.
Yes, they have the same name. But we'll talk about that more after this Nature Spring timeout called by Valenzuela, as they're trailing by 17 under 8 minutes remaining in our second period.
So, and Ray, you were talking about John Patrick Ayman of Team Valenzuela, seems to be well guarded during the first quarter and is currently in foul trouble situation. Well, kanina nga, prior to the start of this game, he was able to speak with their head coach, Junda Jose, through a video call, and he was talking to Patrick, giving him instructions na andun na yung opensa. Kumbaga, in terms of the offense, it's very unquestionable, but he's also pushing Patrick to be wiser in his decision making. Dapat mas maging matalino na siya on this game. Back to you, Cho and Ray.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. And indeed, you know, basketball is not only a physical game, not only an emotional game, but it's also, what do you call that? A game of the minds.
You know who was the coach he called up? Junda Jose. Junda Jose was the coach of the Parañaque Jets, which defeated a Philippine national squad in 2005, which resulted to the suspension of the Basketball Association of the Philippines. Kasi tinalo ng isang select team yung national team natin eh. And that called for a change of leadership in Philippine basketball.
So he was part of something pivotal, no?
Yeah.
Safe to say. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also a known college coach?
Yeah, he is. 2000, of course.
Veteran coach. And it's quite ironic. He's not here, pero, you know, coaching a veteran coach, used to coaching old people, you know, coaching 16 and under kids. So quite...
Words of wisdom, maybe, from
yes, exactly.
Junda Jose.
Kumbaga, Sir Ray, quite the diversity of coaches and players here. But right now, it's San Juan still in the lead, has a 19-point lead to be exact. Over 6 minutes remaining. Dwayne Nonato finding itong si Denver Season inside.
When you have a Denver Season rolling to the basket, talagang problema yan para sa Valenzuela because they don't have somebody who can match up size-wise with Denver.
Exactly, having someone like him makes your life easy. Lalo na if you're a guard. But Ayman able to put it back in.
One of the rare times that John Patrick Ayman was able to pick up that loose ball, no?
Here comes Nonato. They pass it around. Good ball movement for San Juan. Denver Season, if I'm not mistaken, that was the exact same play.
Yeah.
Still
just did it at the opposite end. No?
So both teams exchanging buckets right here, going back and forth. But still, San Juan has the upper hand as Ayman tried to contest yung defense nito ni Denver Season but ending up with a foul. So JP Ayman shall go to the free throw line for 2 freebies. And once again, averaging almost 22 points and 10 boards and almost 31 minutes of action.
Yeah, he's the most utilized player on the side of Valenzuela. This guy, John Patrick Ayman.
Well, he is indeed their best player. The first one is good for JP Ayman.
Of course, based on the conversation as reported by our courtside reporter, si Daphne, ang sinabi nga ni Coach Jun daw sa kanya is to deal more with the mental aspect of the game. No? Not just because of the offense or how he plays, but on the mental aspect.
Basketball is a lot of things. It's an emotional, psychological, and mental game.
Right. And then speaking about mental game, merong ginagawa psychologically sina Coach Yeng Yao. If you are coaching for his team, as much as possible, pag may natutumbang kalaban, ayaw niyang itatayo ng team ng players niya. You know why? Because he doesn't want his players to lose that edge over his opponents. So mind games, di ba?
Exactly.
But at the end of the game, if you want, you can go together to the movies, you can eat dinner together.
Yeah.
So that's yung open yon para kay Coach Yeng. But he doesn't want to see it inside the court.
And I think, Sir Ray, that's what separates the good players from the great players.
Yeah.
Yung kumbaga iniisip pa nila yung mga ganong aspects ng game, which is normally hindi naman talaga iniisip ng karaniwang tao.
Yeah. Sila ngayon, di ba, chami-chami, okay yun But kay Coach Yeng, hindi okay yun.
I mean, obviously, grabe yung rivalry ng 2000. So, talaga, kumbaga, siraan talaga ng utak nun.
Yeah.
Kung sino unang mapikon, unang maasar, yun yung talo.
Yeah.
Pero on the side of JP Ayman naman, it's more of, just choosing kung kayong timing and the other stuff like that. And Nonato, though, will miss, but no one was there to pick up San Buenaventura.
Again, the lack of big man on the part of Valenzuela. Who's going to cover who?
And Nonato, though, escaping for 2 after that steal.
And what's more dangerous on the side of San Juan, they're not just a fast-breaking team, but they're also a solid defensive squad as what we've seen in the past few sequences.
Don't look now, it's a 23-point lead already for San Juan. And going back to JP Ayman, Sir Ray, obviously kasi he's an inside player, so laging gigil siya.
Yeah, at saka yung bang parang, if you're going to pattern his game, parang Junior Abueva na parang ganun di ba? Yung energy, di ba? The passion that we've seen. But then again, tama si Coach Jun daw on dealing with the mental aspect.
And it's good as early as now. Tututukan yun. But on the other side, Dwayne Nonato. The steady presence of Dwayne. 3-point play opportunity, and that's a pound-for-pound fitness foul counted move.
Isa pa, here's another guy that's so deceptive. Nakakala mo parang lalamya-lamya lang, no? But he has been able to pick up quite a number of times a steal in this game, di ba? which resulted to fast break finishes.
I mean, he does have the height,
Yeah,
you know, pero aside from that, wala nga naman makikita sa kanya physically na ma-intimidate ka.
yeah.
Pero then, you watch him play, you know what he's made of. Meanwhile, it's a turnover. So San Juan will be getting the ball back.
San Juan very much in control in this game.
Actually, that's almost the same case, Sir Ray, for a lot of these kids, no? Physically, kung hindi ka matangkad, you know, wala naman talagang intimidating na makikita ka. Because, you know, 16-year-olds can't really build a very muscular body.
Yeah.
So their games will really speak for themselves.
Yeah. I'm just surprised if this guy, Brix Caranto, is the smallest guy on the floor. I don't know if he's already 16, you know? But the way I see him, looks like he's just getting the early exposure needed. Could be around 14 that are being given
Could be.
exposure.
You know, we had the like Sir Ray of Nas Humadi last season. He was a 14-year-old playing in the 16 and under division for the Manila Pirates.
Yeah.
So again, you know, if the junior MPBL allows it, if his skill set is fit for the 16 and under, why not?
Yeah.
And not to mention he's a guard as well, so malaking factor yun.
I mean, we have to remember Kai Soto for a while, no? He was a youth player inserted in the men's level. So was Mason Amos with the national team,
actually.
Diba? So yung mga ganyang klaseng player, no? Early build-up, di ba?
Actually, napakadami example Sir Ray niyan. I could give you a better one. RG Abarrientos.
Yeah,
You know, not even playing a single year of college, already played for the Gilas men's basketball team. So yun, literally fresh out of high school, you're gonna put him in a, you know, men's basketball team. So yun yung example, kumbaga, no?
And then with the way he speaks, the confidence level, it's like having the swagger of the Tito, no? Johnny A.
Yes, and for Brix Caranto, you know, guard din you know, who likes to shoot. So possibly, you know, you could compare him to someone like RJ, or maybe he would like to model his game to someone like RJ. And props as well to Coach Ricky having his trust and confidence sa mga tulad ni Brix na possibly, you know, could use a little more exposure.
Yeah. And we've seen great ones straight from high school. Kobe Bryant,
Yes.
Kevin Garnett, diba? Straight from high school. Those guys became NBA greats.
Yeah, those are you know, just different level. Not everyone who goes to the NBA straight out of high school is successful. But as of right now, it's Concebido at the free throw line. So not the best performance for Valenzuela in this first half.
Nabulaga sila ng netong San Juan.
Valenzuela able to nab a steal. Lawrence Rojas against Lexi Calaweng finishing for two.
This guy was also a steady performer last time around. Si Lawrence Rojas.
Well, if you're talking about Valenzuela 16 and under, it's either JP Aman or Lawrence Rojas lang yan. Meanwhile, they fire for three and they make it courtesy of this Dagumanpan.
So everybody is now making a contribution for San Juan.
You like that one because you know, obviously no one will feel left out of the ball game.
Yeah.
Valenzuela though will have possession, a chance perhaps to a big time shot, possibly giving them momentum the next quarters. Concebido though thought about the three. In between jumper, won't fall for him. And here comes Lexi Calaweng, not wasting any time. Lose the leather. And JP Aman, I believe, wasn't aware of the time. That'll end our second period. And our first half is 44-20, 24-point lead on the side of Coach Ricky Alcantara and his team, the Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors. And we shall return for the start of the second half. And once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Now I distinction, Chong. Alam ko na yung difference.
Ligan ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sumbong, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, ligan ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, ha? MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to, ligan ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo.
As Gonzalez will try and beat the clock, and he gets a buzzer.
Nanonood pa rin po kayo ng Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Kasama ko nga po ngayon ang team manager ng Team Valenzuela Classic Juniors, Mr. Joseph. Coach, nakita naman natin, no? First po, happy birthday, Coach. No? On this game, sa tingin niyo po, paano po makakabawi ang team ninyo pagdating ng second half?
Siguro i-adjust namin yung offense namin. Medyo parang parang late yung namin, progress yung pagdating sa scoring. So yung depensa rin namin medyo maluwag. So mag-a-adjust na si Coach Raylan kung paano niya gagawin yung depensa.
Sir Joseph, meron po ba kayong gustong pasalamatan or batiin po ngayon?
Binabati ko nga po pala si Kong Eric Martinez, si Dr. Kat, Boss Volter, yung misis ko na nanonood, kapatid ko, si Boss Paul, tsaka yung mga coaches ko, binabati ko rin pala. Coach Jun, nood ka!
Thank you so much po and good luck po sa team ninyo. Don't go away because Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL will be right back.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Wing Bowl, it's like coming home. Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes.
Special thanks to Congressman Eric Martinez, Dr. Catherine Martinez, and Kapitan John Manoy Ahero for hosting today's game. Maraming salamat po.
And at the half, it's 44-20. A 24-point gap as Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors able to nab a big-time lead. And we're only at halftime, but it's still not over. A lot of things could still happen in our ball game. There's still one whole half to play. But then again, it's undeniable, Sir Ray, that itong San Juan had a phenomenal first half.
Yeah, definitely. And they jump-started so strong that it left Valenzuela wondering ano ba talaga yung kailangan nilang gawin to be able to catch up with this fast-paced game of San Juan. As we see on screen, one of the reasons, of course, the determining factor kung bakit talaga nag-pull away itong San Juan, you could clearly see on the field goal percentage, 60% as against 28% only for Valenzuela. And of course, rebounding 23-13. No? So that's a big 10-point advantage for Makabagong San Juan. And then 7 assists compared to only 2. And then the number of turnovers, 12. So may yan palang turnovers na yan. It translated to baskets at the other end for San Juan.
Yes, and San Juan just really doing well in almost all facets of the game. You know, I think ang parehas lang talaga ang both teams is in terms of the three-point shooting. Both of them are 2 out of 7. But aside from that, San Juan has been doing better in almost every department. But right now, we see our Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the official ball of our junior MPBL. And of course, shout out as well to our other sponsors. Pound for pound, B-Liga Ready, Nature Spring, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines. Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, and Pound Active for quality sportswear. And of course, before we begin our second half, a big congratulations as well first to the Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors, Dwayne Nonato, Sean Lucido, Rob Celis, for making the 16 and under All-Star game to be held at the Olonte Sports Arena in Binyan on August 25. So again, big congratulations. And for Valenzuela naman, we have, of course, JP Ayman making the All-Star. So congratulations as well to him. And make sure to tune in to that Junior MPBL All-Star as it'll be held again in Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan City on August 25.
As we see the birthday boy, no? Yung team manager netong Valenzuela. We talked to him a while ago.
And of course, familiar names who played also today, making the 16 and under division All-Star. We had Kenji Moral. Of course, we also had itong si Derek Duterte and Jacob Hizon. So some of just the familiar names. Once again, tune into that All-Star Junior MPBL game. Binyan, Laguna, Alonte Sports Arena, August 25. But going back to the ball game.
And immediately a big stop kagad, no, para rito sa San Juan. And that different types of defenses na ipinapakita ng San Juan, no? Whether half court or full court, it has limited Valenzuela to below 30% shooting. And dun pa lang makikita mo na kagad na they've been doing an excellent job in making stops.
And again, that has been the efficiency problem of Valenzuela. But right now, San Juan with a more than comfortable 22-point lead. Still no bucket in the game, or at least in the half for San Juan. And Cabuelio going to work inside.
And making sure this time that they would stop the bleeding na itong koponan ng Valenzuela.
Here comes Nonato up top. The pick from Season. It's still with Nonato. Sends it inside.
Pass,
oh,
no?
Exactly.
It's like having eyes on the back, no?
It's Mark San Buenaventura, not disappointing itong si Dwayne Nonato. But that time, it's Gion Concebido with a floater. So it's a 20-point lead right now. 2 minutes passing by in our third period. Lucido up top. Now it's at the corner. They fire from deep, and that won't go in. And Valenzuela running, but will lose the leather. So here comes San Juan. San Buenaventura, no defender inside.
Makikita mo naman yung advantage ng San Juan. Sa guard spot pala, makikita mo na yung difference sa height, no? Si Nonato, so, he's more like a forward sa ibang mga kupunan. Pero dito sa San Juan, he's the one bringing the basketball, no? Parang nakikita natin yung likes of Gabe Norwood, no? When he was playing for Rain or Shine, ganun katangkad na siya yung nagdadala ng bola.
That's a great comparison, Sir Ray. But I think it's timely to compare him to someone na tall point guard, donning a jersey, number 7 jersey, and also wearing red. So who might that be? So very timely. Very, at least kahit paano medyo similar naman.
Yeah.
But of course,
advantage eh, 'di ba? Mahaba, 'di ba? Tapos so efficient in bringing the basketball, pati setting up the play, so timely.
And I've covered.
Nakita natin kanina, di ba? When he assisted, di ba?
He attracts the defense, no, Sir Ray? And I've covered him last season. You know, ganyan na talaga yung laro niya. He's a point guard. He likes to pass. He can shoot it as well. So very, you know, an all-around the kind of guard. Itong si Dwayne Donato.
But probably a more matured one, no? Itong si Donato. Can't wait for next season, no? Kung ano pa ang klaseng ipapakitang laro nito.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's playing right now for San Beda.
Not surprised with the development kung galing ka sa San Beda.
Yeah. One of the more known juniors programs.
Yeah.
And of course, not to mention itong si Dwayne Donato, an all-star starter. Hindi lang all-star, all-star starter in the 16 and under all-star game. As well, his teammate Sean Lucido.
Naalala ko tuloy yung sabi sa akin ni Jerry Esplana, no? Sabi sa akin ni Jerry Esplana, naglalaro sila sa San Beda. Ang mga gwardiya siya, Dindo Pumaren, Eric Altamirano, Ronnie Magsano. So, di ba? You cannot go wrong eh.
Exactly. Ang daming guards actually, Sir Ray. No? And you would know that.
Yeah.
Maraming galing San Beda.
Marami. And even ang time ni na Renren, yan, sina Brit Roma, yan yung mga guards na JV Casio is one of them. Time na yan.
Kumbaga, pipili ka na lang eh. If you were Coach Ato, you know, pipili ka na lang sinong trip mong ilaro eh.
Maraming talaga si Ato eh. Kasi ang advantage kasi ni Coach Ato, him being the sports director, he was also the coach from the way down hanggang sa elementary level. So nakikita niya yung development ng mga bata, no? Para siyang may sariling Milo Bes eh.
Exactly.
Diba? Parang ganun eh.
Hindi separate yung management, below and above. And I think he was the first, almost the first guy to do that kind of stuff, no?
Makikita mo yung development ng player talaga.
Meanwhile, Valenzuela now trailing by 23. Hopefully that will change. But you don't want to enter the fourth with this kind of deficit.
Sorry, missed there.
And the guy we've been hyping up for a couple of minutes ago.
Missing the gimme, no?
Then again, it happens to the best of us. So right now, it's 53-30 as we're hitting the 5-minute mark of our third period. Valenzuela passing it around. Concebido for three. Won't fall. Kaluweng now to Season. He tried to bump the defender niya, but he gets called for a traveling violation.
Substitution.
So both teams just having one team foul. Again, it's a 23-point lead for San Juan, so they're more than comfortable. And if for Coach Ricky Alcantara, he has the luxury to shuffle his players from time to time to experiment, if I may say so.
Especially now at the latter stage, that you could see what your team can do more at this stage. No?
For the meantime, let's turn it over to Miss Daphne Cristobal for a report.
In the huddle, animosity was given emphasis by assistant coach Ricky Alcantara despite being the driver of this game. He also pushed the Mighty Warriors to have fun on this match. Lastly, they talked about the 8 out of 20 output in the free throw area, something that the team should manage and improve dito nga pagdating ng second half. Cho and Ray.
Definitely, you know, a great mindset to have itong si Coach Ricky. You're leading by 23, pero ang mindset mo, kailangan mo pang mag-improve.
Yeah, and then, tsaka yung sinasabi niyo yung fun element, diba? The fun element should not stop dito sa basketball, particularly for kids at this level, diba? That's the most important thing about basketball, the fun element. Pero you have to strike a balance in terms of having fun while working hard at the other end.
And you know, Sir Ray, speaking of that topic, it's not as easy as it sounds, you know?
Yeah.
May mga coaches na, you know, they like to have fun with the players, pero pagdating ng training, sobrang seryoso.
Yeah.
And I admire those kinds of coaches. I know, I heard a story, yung mga players ni Coach Norman Black in Ateneo.
Yeah.
You know, mahilig siyang pagtripan. Kinakalabit siya, tapos lalayo.
Yeah.
kinano siya, pinapatukan, pero pag training, nirespeto niya siya.
Yeah, ang nakakatuwa pa doon si Norman Black, pag sa training, kakausapin ka Tagalog. Pare, mali yan. Sabihin niya gano'n ni Coach Norman. Ganun siya. And one thing I've learned about Coach Norman, pagdating dito sa ganyan, yung getting victories, getting championship, it's not about getting too high or getting too low. He doesn't want to get carried over by yung excitement or yung kung ano yung na-achieve mo. He wants to keep it at that level na andun lang, tama lang.
Well, obviously effective.
Yeah, he is.
If you're familiar with Coach Norman Black, obviously
Grand
effective
Slam
yung mindset.
Coach, no? Grand Slam, PBA Grand Slam coach. One of the owners of Mr. 100% Performance. Silang dalawa lang ni Sean Chambers yan. Diba?
Going back to the ball game, there's just over 3 minutes remaining sa ating third period. And still a big lead for San Juan, 21 to be exact.
And look at that. Talagang hirap na pumuntos itong koponan ng Valenzuela, no? They were able to pick up a steal, got an opportunity for a short stop, pero hindi pa rin na-convert, no?
You know, Denver season making it hard for the bigs, or not only the bigs, pero itong si JPA man, you know, loving to drive to the lane. Denver season making his life hard.
Yeah, mahaba eh. Mahaba, mobile.
And has also a more than decent frame, hindi siya payat.
Hindi siya payat. At the same time, fundamentally sound din. Nakita natin, he's a good roller to the basket, di ba?
So you see Mark San Buenaventura going back in. Another big guy.
Yeah. So parang ano eh, no? Parang hindi nababawasan sa laki yung San Juan dahil yung papalit malaki pa rin eh, no?
And you know, again, that's the luxury of having a stacked roster. Partida kulang pa daw sila niyan.
Wala pa si Rob Celis.
Yeah, which I'm sure will cause a lot of problems kung nandito man siya. Of course, Rob Celis is part of the All-Star game as well. So, you know, what? 4 All-Stars, 3 All-Stars on one team?
Haven't seen him up close and personal, but I assume si Robbie Celis plays the wing position then just like his dad, no?
Actually, very similar ang game sila. I think, you know, if you're gonna ask me, no, ang difference lang is yung height eh. Because I don't think Robbie Celis is gonna be as tall as his dad. Kasi matangkad yung tatay niya eh.
Oh, around 6'4 yun. 6'4", 6'5 yung tatay niya.
I think Rob Celis will end up playing the guard. I just think so. And he does have the tools. Hopefully nga. Unfortunately, wala siya for today's ball game. And of course, his dad playing in the MPBL as well.
Yeah.
So may connection pa rin talaga.
Veteran player, Robbie Celis.
Playing for Nueva Ecija. Rice Vanguards, if I'm not mistaken. Meanwhile, Mark San Buenaventura. Not that time as he turns the ball over to Val City.
So they're sending the ball too much inside itong koponan ng San Juan. No? And that's the reason why na-realize nila na kinakailangan they had to spread the floor. So ibinalik nila dito si Dwayne Nonato.
Dwayne Nonato does indeed provide that kind of threat outside. Speaking of,
right on cue, no? Hindi lang pumasok.
But don't get me wrong, he can make that kind of shot. That won't go in. So kahit pa paano, nag-i-improve ang gameplay ng Valenzuela. But then again, you're entering the fourth quarter still with a big lead. I don't think that's the best situation for you.
Both teams are licensed to serve rubber match
And color developing there between Rojas and San Buenaventura. No? San Buenaventura is claiming that he got kicked during that loose ball situation.
There's just less than 10 seconds remaining. Yun na nga yung replay natin. Couple of contact right there. Pero this time, last second. And that'll be the end of the first 3 quarters of our ball game. It's 55 to 39 as the Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors still on top of Valenzuela. And we'll return for the start of the 4th quarter. Once again, this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Special thanks to Congressman Eric Martinez, Dr. Catherine Martinez, and Kapitan John Manoy Ahero for hosting today's game. Maraming salamat po.
Back to the action for the start of our 4th and final period. Once again, it's 55 to 39 as the Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors still on top of their opponents, still continuing to torch them. And what a stacked 5 they have right now. We have Calueng, San Buenaventura, Nonato. Of course, we have itong si Lucido and Denver Season as well. So still, Coach Ricky Alcantara not backing down from the challenge. San Lucido, no good. And Gion Concebido getting quality minutes, or a huge chunk of minutes right here.
He's probably the steadiest point guard dito sa koponan ng Valenzuela.
Yeah, because I don't think, JP Ayman can distribute the ball well. So someone will have to do that for them, and that is Gion. Speaking of, JP Ayman has the ball out to Concebido. Now it's on the other side. Step back 3. Unable to put it in. Another try, but they will lose the leather. That's another whistle.
And we were talking about consistency, Cho. Gusto ko lang munang batiin tong consistent natin, follower. Ito si John Mark Hayag, no? Saying hello to us. Si dito, yun nga, ikaw, si CJ Ang, Madeline, Daphne, Cristobal. So gusto niya tayong batiin dito sa Junior MPBL. Thank you, John Mark Hayag.
Thank you everyone who supports the Junior MPBL. And of course, if you love the games today, you love the All-Star game. Again, that's on August 25 in the Alonte Sports Arena in the city of Binyan.
And I think it's going to be an extraordinary All-Star game, Cho. Kasi alam mo, at this level, yung mga ganitong klaseng level, gusto pang magpakita talaga ng mga bata di ba? They want to become the best among the All-Stars.
Yes, and of course, yung All-Star game, yun yung pinaka-point nun to show what you can do in a flashy way.
Right.
Lalo na I think it'll be exciting, for the 18 under.
Yeah.
Meron na tayong mga 18 under players who can dunk the basketball.
Yeah. I'm just curious to know if are they going to have a 4-point shot as well pagdating sa All-Star game?
Well, the possibilities are endless. Who knows?
Yeah.
Meron din naman tayong players who shoot it from way outside.
Yeah, deep threes, di ba?
The likes of Iros Chua, di ba? So maybe siya lang yung may 4-point line siguro. But right now, it's still at 19-point lead for San Juan. As the last point belonging to no other than Dwayne Nonato, an all-star starter. Meanwhile, Valenzuela, Gion Concebido to JP Ayman. The fake, no good on that drive for Ayman. And what a save for Concebido, but gave it to the wrong guy. Lexi Calueng attacks. Lexi Calueng.
Oh, wow. Rejected there by number 10. Itong si Laranjo. Francis Laranjo.
Yes, not that time, says itong si Mr. Laranjo. And will gain the possession for his squad. JP Ayman from deep.
Barely hitting the rim, no?
And that's something he has to improve on. But right now, Sean Lucido all the way.
Basket count for Sean Lucido.
Basket and one for Mr. Lucido as he goes coast to coast for this pound for pound fitness foul counted move.
Walang problema eh, na i-convert.
And a timeout presented to you by Nature Spring, going to be called by the Junior Classics of Valenzuela. 60-39, over 7 minutes remaining in the fourth. That timeout was brought to you by Nature Spring, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines. Thanks as well to Doride Bola ng Pinoy, pound for pound, B-Liga ready, Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava. Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty. And lastly, Pound Active for quality sportswear. As Sean Lucido, an all-star, shall go to the line and will make it.
Eh, kaya naman pala ganito kalaki ang lamang ng San Juan eh. All-star lineup naman pala to.
As Nonato, Lucido, and Celis, but he's not around. But as if naman kailangan pa nila si Celis. They're already leading by a bunch.
Yeah.
22.
So there's going to be an offensive foul called, created by, eto, si Nonato na naman, no? Siya na naman.
Not only is Dwayne Nonato good in distributing the basketball, he can also take charges. We have less than 7 minutes remaining in our fourth chapter. Dwayne Nonato taking his time.
He wants an ISO.
And Dwayne Nonato putting his defender on skates.
Yeah, yun naman shades of Kevin Alas naman yun. Yung ginawa niya yun.
Actually, you can compare him to a lot of good players actually.
Yeah.
But right now, Lucido this time.
Oh, ito naman.
Siya naman.
naman ngayon, no?
Kanya-kanyang ISO.
Yeah. They can afford to do such.
And it wouldn't hurt them at all. Probably will give more confidence to the likes of Nonato and Lucido. But right now, Concebido, Valenzuela looking for a three-point shot. That won't go in. Ayman waited. That won't work for him. Another try.
Medyo
Still.
battered talaga si Ayman, eh, no? Because of that bigger front line na San Juan.
And that's why Ayman will have to figure out how to score outside. And Lexi Kalueng on that fast break.
Yeah, kahit dun sa ano lang, kahit sa mga short corners lang, that he'll be able to develop a jump shot.
Meanwhile, that's too strong coming from Lexi Kalueng to Mark San Buenaventura. Here comes the small guy once again. Itong si Briggs Caranto.
Yeah. I've seen such, na may mga nakita rin ako. I think I've seen one from Marikina last time around.
And right now, that's a bucket. This time it's Concebido once again. Just less than 5 minutes remaining in our fourth chapter. Nonato has it. Will try to go ISO once again. He does. That is a miss.
Substitution.
It's 65 to 43. It's a 22-point lead. Concebido. To Laranjo. That is no good.
And here comes the run. Huh?
Oh, what a move! That is foiled right there. Concebido continuing to be aggressive. Tried to find Cabuelio, but he gets fouled, so that's 2 freebies for him.
Foul number 2. Reeks Donato, that's his second. 2 free throws for Raymond Cabuello. Substitution. Anton De Leon for Francis Laranjo.
65 to 43, over 4 minutes remaining. Let's take a look on the standings ng ating 16 and under division. Again, we know itong San Juan and Valenzuela in the middle of the pack, and our regular season almost coming to an end, so crucial yung mga wins na makukuha nila.
Yeah, definitely. And I think with the way things are going, makikita mo rito yung upside ng kupunan ng San Juan, no? That what they can do more when it comes to the playoffs. And this is a good test actually for them.
And I actually find it hard to believe na they're in the middle of the pack. Because, you know, yung mga players nila, mga varsity players, they have a good coach, Coach Britt, Coach Ricky, Coach Renren. So it's hard to believe. Unless na lang maraming games na kulang talaga sila.
Most likely, that is the case.
So hopefully they'll be complete, or at least almost complete pagdating ng playoffs. As Markson Buenaventura gets 2 points. And here comes Valenzuela once again. But time is slowly running out for them. There's only over 3 minutes remaining, and they're still down by a bunch. 22-point deficit to be exact.
14-second shot clock.
Three-point shot, won't fall. Another try. That is good.
Raymond Cabuello.
And by the way, we still have 2 more, or rather, there's 3 more games after this one. 1 more in the 14 and under division, and 2 games for our 21 and under junior MPBL D-League. So again, make sure to stay tuned to those games, as obviously there's going to be much higher competition. Right now, Damian, I believe, getting called for an unsportsmanlike foul
against Concebido. So a big guy against a small guy.
So let's take another look on what exactly happened.
Oh.
There was a swing of the right arm coming from Damian.
On the spot were the referees. They were able to spot that quickly. 2 of them, in fact, made a call.
That's a no-brainer.
So it's unsportsmanlike foul.
So Damian will sit, or rather will not enter the game anymore.
After 3 minutes.
Yeah, but there's only less than 3 minutes remaining.
Oh, okay.
So he will not enter the game anymore. And for Concebido, 2 free throws and an extra possession for his team.
Sayang, no?
So that's a 20, or rather a 19-point lead.
I don't know if San Juan has fielded in all their players. Might be.
It's hard to say, but nonetheless, I think they already got the W.
So they're now 5-3. They're now 5-3.
Yes, they're 5 and
They're now 5-3, and 3-6 for Valenzuela.
And again, that's tough because you know you should get as much of the wins as possible. Lalo na you're at the end of the regular season and nasa gitna ka pa.
But I was expecting Coach Ricky to pull out some of his key players, including Donato.
We enter the last 2 minutes of our ball game. Meanwhile, that's off the glass. But I think again, safe to say, San Juan already bagging the W in this matchup.
Looks like Donato is going to be pulled out in the game. Yeah.
So again, let's take a look at the standings. Itong Valenzuela. Or rather, let's talk about first the game. Again, 70 to 50. So it looks like, safe to say, San Juan again bagging the W. Again, just like their older counterparts, this is just gonna be a step in the ladder for them. Hindi ito yung totoong challenge. Ito na nga yung substitution ng koponan ng San Juan, ng Makabagong San Juan, Mighty Warriors rather. Right now, A-Man still on the game. Perhaps, you know, just trying to get all the confidence he can. Sayang naman kung ilalabas na siya agad. So over a minute remaining in our 4th period. So A-Man again, a 20-point per game scorer and
Relatively
averaging.
quiet, no, in this game.
Yes. Well, you know, yun yung nilalak niya, Sir Ray, if you're gonna ask me, no?
Yeah.
The sky is the limit for him, so definitely, I think in the future, he'll develop a 3-point shot.
So let's put it in a position na parang nandito siya sa position ng undersized power forward.
Yeah.
Parang ganun eh.
You know, maybe someone like Alvin Pasaon or Sean
Mga
Defonso.
ganun, yeah. Or a Glenn Cobuntin. Di ba?
Yeah,
Parang
yeah.
mga ganun eh. Ang
That's a
dating
better
eh.
example. Or like Mike Nieto? Possibly.
Mike Nieto when he was still Big Mike.
Yeah. Now, I think it's gonna be weird if you're gonna call him Big Mike.
Yeah.
Right now, it's 33 seconds remaining. So I think they will just burn the clock right here as A-Man will go for 2 points. "20 seconds remaining. It's a foul. So again, congratulations in advance to the San Juan, the Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors for bagging this W. So magto 2-0 na ang itong kapunan ng San Juan, Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors in this mini-series today. Although meron pa tayong 14 and under. So let's see if makaisa ang 14 and under ng Valenzuela. 6 seconds remaining. Last 2 seconds. And that will do it. Our final score, 73 to 60, if I'm not mistaken. If that'll count. But nonetheless, Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors bagging the W. Congratulations to Coach Britt, to Coach Ricky, and to Coach Renren Ritualo, and to the players as well. And props to the side of Valenzuela, still doing their best, showing up in today's game. But then again, only one can prevail in these types of outings. And now our final score, 73 to 58. So if you watch
Dominating performance for San Juan.
Exactly. More than, you know, understatement. Again, it's hard to believe they're in the middle of the pack. So mukhang marami silang gugulan natin Sir Ray in the playoffs. But right now, no, we're just waiting for our best player of the game. It was kind of hard to see sino ba kasi, it was an overall team performance. They led in the first quarter pa lang by almost 15 points. So, everybody started to contribute.
Yeah. But this guy is a towering presence for San Juan all game long, and came up with a solid showing in this game. Coming away with double-double game.
Yes, indeed. So meron na kayong clue, matangkad, and then may double-double. So maybe that'll give you an idea. And of course, we have itong si Miss Daphne Cristobal, our courtside reporter, to introduce us to our Don Benito's best player of the game.
Mark San Benaventura, our player of the game, scoring a double-double performance, 22 points and 16 rebounds. Congratulations to you and your team. Mark, alam naman natin yung mga core players nyo, wala rin. Pero paano ka, or ano yung naging mindset mo sa larong ito?
Yun lang po. Nag-all out lang po kami and nilabas rin po namin yung mga laro namin. Kahit nawala po yung mga key players po namin, sila Rob. Then, yun din po, kahit din po wala rin po si Coach Britt, na nakinig lang rin po kami sa assistant coach namin, kaya nakuha rin po namin panalo. Yun lang po.
Mark, meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan or batiin ngayon?
Unang-una po kay God and sa San Beda community po, din sa teammate ko, si Dwayne Nanato, and kay Tito Opos, kay Engineer Jaime San Buenaventura, and sa kumpanya po, kay sa JP po. And sa mga pamilya ko rin po sa Bicol, pati na rin po sa Nueva Ecija. And si Tito Ernie Rosales po na nasa Saudi. Yan lang po.
Thank you so much, Mark. And once again, congratulations to you and your team. At syempre, magpasalamat din tayo sa Don Benitos for providing our player of the game this Filipino delicacy. Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasama. Back to you, Cho and Ray.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for introducing to us our best player of the game, no other than Mark San Buenaventura. Able to put up a double-double performance to give his squad a W, but coming up, the last game of the second set of three between Valenzuela and San Juan. This time it's a 14 and under division. As once again, this is Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Wing Bowl, it's like coming home. Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes.
Special thanks to Congressman Eric Martinez, Dr. Catherine Martinez, and Kapitan John Manoy Ahero for hosting today's game. Maraming salamat po.